Alright, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakudash. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders at the Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. And a sincere peace and salutations to all the Akim pushing this word in truth and in all sincerity. It's the brother Ganan from DC Church coming back at you with a quick video. Those will be quick. I just want to start it off. Those I want to entitle this video "Honors to the Elders," and just giving the I'm sure most brothers already know, but we got a lot of brothers entering into churches all across the globe. It's a good lesson just to understand because you'll hear brothers give their salute in the beginning of the videos, the beginning of the camps, or whatever the case may be. You'll hear the honors to the elders, but just giving the true meaning to what that means. And I got the Google definition of what do it means to give honor, and it says high respect, great esteem, regard with great respect, fulfill an obligation to keep an agreement. You see, to regard with great respect, of high respect and great esteem, and that's the honors that you give to the elders, right? And I got 1 Timothy 5:17. It says, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honors, especially they who labor in word and doctrine. And we're talking about our apostles, and the top bishop elders. They pushing 25, 30, 35 to even 40 years in this truth. So it says, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. But it also goes to your regions too, and the respective churches that you're in. If you got men that's been doing this for from 13 to 15 years, speaking for my elders in DC and in DMV as well, including the Baltimore brothers too. Those men been, these men has been doing this work, and they are worthy of that double honor, because they're still here. They're still guiding us. There's still that ear that we can speak to, and those are the wise men, man. They've been tried. They've been battle tested, and when you're giving those double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, don't forget the men that's around you as well. And I got Sirach 6:34. It says, stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise. Most of us, some of us had the honor to share the space of the top bishops up in Connecticut, and some of the apostles. Some of us got that opportunity, but most brothers in GMS, you don't got that opportunity. So when the scriptures say, stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto them that are wise, the Lord has blessed us with elders in our respective churches, man. So when you giving those honors and you hear the scriptures talking about entreat your elder as a father and cleave unto him, get thee B times unto him, it's talking about the men that is around you, and to reverence those men, because what the scriptures, it says, with familiarity breeds contempt. You'll get used to them. You're used to seeing them. Like for instance, like the elder Monagon. I'm used to seeing him. I'm used to being around him. He's just like a big bro to me. But when you go and travel to another state and you'll hear the esteem that he has and the respect that he has amongst Israel, it's like you take a step back and be like, whoa, and you don't want to take for granted the opportunity that you have to be around, your elders, right? So when you, with that familiarity, and you can receive like an order, or they'll anything, and anything can come in, and you'll lose sight because you're so used to these men. You'll lose sight of who they actually are, and you gotta rebuke those thoughts of questioning. You can't question your elders when they make a decision. And yeah, man. You can't question your elders. You gotta treat them as if, you know, those the when you giving your honors. What I'm trying to say, when you giving your honors to the elders and the apostles up in Great Millstone, you're giving honors to the men that's around you too. And just because you're around them all the time, don't mean that their word is any littler than anyone else. If that makes sense. Now I got 1 Thessalonians 5:12. It says that we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you and are over you in the Lord, and admonish you, and esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake. Well, it says, and we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you and are over you in the Lord. Because sometimes, you'll get an order, if your elders is saying something to you, that should be, in your mind, that should be law. Like, nah, I have to do this because he said do it. Because if Apostle Taha or Apostle Gabar or Apostle Kha or Apostle Aryamla or one of the top bishop elders come into your state and they'd say something, most brothers will take it and run with it. Oh, nah, because the elders, they said this. But what about the elders that's right there next to you? Don't take for granted. Just because you're close with them and you have a relationship with them, don't think that judgment won't come on you. You'll see the elders and apostles kick brothers out or whatever the case may be, but that can be you in your own region if you're taking things for granted. Not saying anyone is doing that, but just a warning. It says, and we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you and are over you in the Lord, and admonish you, and esteem them very highly for their work's sake. See, that's again, and esteem them very highly for their work's sake, and be at peace among yourselves. And everything give thanks, for this is the will of the Most High and Hamashiach Yahushua concerning you. Because the scriptures tell you, man's going to the Lord, how can he then understand his own way? If you truly believe in the Lord, well, the Lord placed these men over us, to guide us, and so on and so forth. This is you have to respect the rank and file that's been set up, because it's all through the Spirit, man. Jake not in positions just because they friends with certain men, Jake is in positions because that's how the Spirit rock, man. Jeremiah 10 and 23, I believe it is. It says, let me just get it. Jeremiah. Yeah, it says, "O Lord," Jeremiah 10 and 23, "O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps." Right, it's of the Lord that walk and direct your steps, And you got to understand, when a man is leading you, and when men are leading you, it comes with burdens, man. Challenges, more demons, just sitting back and chopping it up with the Apostle Ricard, just hearing the wisdom, that he was spewing out, and just basically saying the higher you go, the more demons you have to fight, the more battles you're going to have to come up against. And if you truly in this thing, if you really submerged into this truth and in the baptism of fire, which is the fire of adversity, then you know about these battles that brothers is talking about, where you really battling demons, man. Where all them push-ups and all them pull-ups and all them sit-ups that you doing don't help you in the fight that we're talking about, man. If you truly in this thing, you know what's going on. And leading comes with heavy burdens, man. That's why you see a lot of men shy away and run from it, Hell, even the Elder Monagon to say that he didn't choose to be the head of the head of the camp. That wasn't something that he asked for, you know. But the spirit got him doing. The spirit got him in a lot. To his though he's not even only just the head of the camp. He's the regional head. You know, so he had some other multiple camps. You know, and that's just how the spirit is. You know, and those comes with heavy burdens, man. You know, so if you're a follower, you don't want to grieve these men. So that's why I got Hebrews 13 and 17. It says, "Obey them that have ruled over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they must give account." Right? Because what did Cain say? Am I my brother's keeper? Which he was supposed to say he is his brother's keeper. You know? So that's the spirit of Cain when you don't know what's going on with your flock. You know? Like you're not in tune with the brothers that's around you, you know? So that's their job. They're working for the Lord to watch over us, right? Because they must give account, you know? And it says that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you, you know? So they should do it. You shouldn't grieve these men. You shouldn't be no damn, you know, follower with all these rebuttals, man. But why we gotta do it like what? Just roll with the spirit, man. So my main message, Lewis Will, I got the message across, but my main message for Akim is just to follow directions, do what you're told, and just do your job, man. Stay in your lot and do your job. Give honors to our elders, because look where it's gotten us, man. Look how much the Lord is truly dealing with the church. And see how far it has grown, man. Even way before us, and we're a part of the growth. So just follow directions and stay in order. Because you'll have a lot of Jake come in and they'll memorize a lot of precepts. They'll know a lot of things about history, but that don't mean nothing, man. That don't mean that you're prepared and ready for this fight. So remember, man, just stay in order, follow the rank and file, and await salvation, man. Alright, so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders up in Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. Shalom.